Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing, guys? Let me turn my background off. I was just monitoring the sound. Hopefully we're all working well. How are we doing, guys? I'm just going to let this stream catch up a second. And we are live. Mic is working. We've got our chat up as well. Now, I've got my chat a little bit small. I probably need to make this bigger. If somebody could type in the chat, that'd be much appreciated, just to see if it's working. Let me just turn that down a bit. We've got some new stuff on the stream today. Been working behind the scenes hard, and we've got an advert. Let's get this advert. So just get warmed up at the bullseye for a little bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to put my hat on. I want my hat on. I like playing with my hat on. It's comfy. Okie dokie. Let's go. So just have a couple of darts at the bullseye. I'm waiting for somebody to type in the chat. I want to see if the chat's working. And we've got loads of new stuff on this stream now. Still working behind the scenes, that better stuff. We have got a scoreboard up on there. I'm trying to get it voice activated. I was on it till like 1:30, 2 o'clock this morning, trying to sort out the voice activation for the scoreboard. For example, if I say 100 will come off the scoreboard. But also we've got some zooms to be added as well. So when we're playing a leg of 501 and we're going to drop, say we leave ourselves 32, I can say like zoom double 16 and it'll go to double 16, zoom in, and then we can possibly hit it. Just like so. But how are we doing today, guys? I've got a quick hour, maybe 2 hours free to throw some darts. You need an Omni or Scolia. I do. I do like playing on the Omnis and Scolias. Okay, my chat is working. How are we doing, guys? As you can see, the chat has popped up now. So we get a chat right at the bottom of the screen and then it moves over to the right. I think if I was going to choose between a Scolia and an Omni, I don't know, I've never played on a Scolia, so I couldn't say I would pick the Omni over that because I've never played on a Scolia. But yeah, we're just getting warmed up at the bullseye. I'm going to actually turn this up a little bit. I think the volume's decent. But what I've got on my phone screen at the minute, any pop-ups I'll be able to hear. I think I've got everything enabled that I was supposed to have on. Oh yeah. We're just going to have 3 darts at 180. We're just going to stick at the bull for like 5 minutes. But we'll see how the treble 20 is just going at the minute. Yeah, we need to lock that in. So more darts at the bullseye. And one thing I'm going to add on the live streams as well is some background music as well, which is going to be copy free. So I'll just have a little bit of background music as well. I think the stream's running pretty well. It doesn't seem too glitchy, considering I'm not on a wired connection today. Yeah, it's getting warmed up. I might do a little bit of power scoring today. Had a day off yesterday. No darts chucked at all. Just got a little bit delay on the messages coming through. You've seen the Scolia sponsor a few people lately. Yeah, I have actually seen that. I think I've seen a few people on TikTok actually get sponsored by Scolia. I know the Omnis get a bad name, but I like them. Don't like you've got to pay for a subscription, but it's not a massive amount of money, is it? What is your training routines and warm-up games? Can you explain? Well, at the minute, it's just a simple 10-minute at the bullseye, just get my arm warmed up, at least going straight and getting that weight of dart right. Just 10-minute, going for the bullseye. And then I'd break it down into 3 legs of 501 times 3. But we're not playing kind of 501. What I'm doing, I do have a video on this when I updated my practice routine. We're just going for the treble 20. Yeah, we're just going for the treble 20, and we're just trying to get as high a score as possible. So the 80s, the 100s, and I only mark off the scores that are 100 and above. You've got yourself a score, but glad. But I got you got yourself a score, but you've got no room in the flat for it. Oh, can't get it up there. Actually, I've seen. There's a guy on YouTube that I've seen a couple of videos of. Is it the Darting Posty? And he's just got a new score, hasn't he? And put it up. Yeah, but it's basically just 9 legs of 501. But I'm just trying to group as many as I can in that treble 20. I'm trying to actually group the darts better. That's my main practice, is trying to get the darts closest together. And then it's 9 darts on each doubles. 11, 6, 8, 10, 16, 15, 7, 2, 19, 17, 3, and bullseye. We'll just do the bottom half one day, the top half the next day. We've just split it up because it can get a little bit repetitive just going for that. Doubles. So I want to keep engaged with the board and just trying to go on all the doubles. I just lose a little bit of interest. Okay, so come on. I feel like I'm just hanging onto the dart a little bit today, so we'll just try and release it a little bit earlier. Probably shouldn't have had my hoodie on. It doesn't free my arm up as much. And we actually, can you see my scoreboard at the top? Up here, the scoreboard, that side, isn't it? I can actually change this as well to do some power scoring. Like, I've only got it set up as 501 at the minute, and if you do look closely, it tracks my 180s, my 140s, my tons. It tells you my 3-dart average, and it tells you my overall average and how many darts I've thrown. So I've been working quite hard on that a little bit to get it right. But I can adjust this now and maybe add in some power scoring and doubles, some stuff like that, and really just get it tightened up. We've got a fun drink. Cheers, guys. What app am I using for streaming? This is Meld. I've just tried Meld. I did used to use OBS. What's your next comp? You ready? I'm playing on Saturday and Sunday in the Winmar Championships in Middlesbrough. I'm throwing pretty well. So, listen, all the amateurs are really good players there. And there's actually quite a few. Oh, we got a new message. There's actually quite a lot of like previous pros playing as well. So the level's going to be high. But I'll give it a good go. You're playing a 60 average, but can't improve at the minute. It gets like that. You can just like plateau at like a weird average, and then just keep that working. It doesn't go just straight up in a line. It goes up and down. But you will get there. There's Monday and Tuesday I was throwing absolutely atrocious. Still scored well, but I didn't feel like I was throwing well whatsoever. 2 or 3 different throws, so it's hard to always pull back the same and do the same motion. For the scoreboard, it's in meld. Now, I can see here, actually the chat is going behind the scoreboard. I didn't want that to happen, so I need to look at fixing that later on. And I'm multi-streaming. I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. We've not streamed on Twitch and Kick before, and as you can see, it is red. So if the chat's red, we're from YouTube. So that's the YouTube community. If it's purple, it's from Twitch, and if it's green, it's from Kick. But like I said, not streamed on Twitch or Kick yet, so if you're new, welcome. Now, one reason I've not been doing a lot of live streams is we are moving house soon. And I want to get my room set up proper for that, for when we're... So I can actually get the cameras set up on the wall and not dragging everything in and out all the time. We can have it set up. And once we get a new subscriber, if you're new here and you're not subscribed, you're just watching along, if you subscribe, we've got an animation that will happen on the screen, which is pretty fun. Yeah, at least it's going behind. I did try to make it dissolve, but it didn't do it. Have you found your perfect dart? I have. We've got the Loot Littlers. I'm playing really well with them at the minute. Like, my bag games are pretty much 85 and above. And do you know what? Since I started that video, I had maybe another 1 or 2 sessions where they were slipping, and I forgot these were in the board actually. And we bought the Firestorms, didn't we? Because I thought, if these are going to be slipping, at least I can just chuck darts with grip and just get my arm keep going. I've not even lost any grip any day. Everything's popping up on the screen. Twice in the first week since I bought the Firestorms, these felt a little less grippy. Since then, they've been absolutely perfect. Cheers again, guys. We got the fun drinks out. Now, these are the Loot Little Gen 1s. I'm probably going to get the... it's not the World Championships, it's the Prodigy ones I'm going to get. The gold ones. I really like the gold ones. I think they're slightly more grippy as well. Only slightly. But yeah, I wasn't just playing you guys for content. I was actually looking for a different dart. Really did like the Scott Williams dart. Really did like the Phil Taylor ones. Chris Dobie's was fantastic. The Hollywood ones. I really like the edges, but I couldn't pay £200 for the edge darts. Okay, let's try and get at least a double bull if you can't get a triple bull. I'll tell you what I've been doing recently actually. Since I've done this practice, the 10 minute out of the bullseyes, my checkout scores have gone up higher because, say, I left myself 68, 18 for bull. I've been leaving myself bull a lot and I've been hitting it. Oh, that was a weird last night. So yeah, I've been using a bullseye a lot more in my checkouts. I'd like to be grouping these a little bit better in that bullseye, to be honest, guys. But we're live, aren't we? Talking to the camera does put me off slightly. Ooh, bad deflection off the flight. We're just waiting for 1 new subscriber and the pop-up animation will come on the screen. It's going to be fantastic. Whoa. Right, We'll do 3 more at the bullseye, and then we'll go for the treble 20. Right, get set. We'll concentrate on that bullseye. They are bad darts as well. I mean, there's 2 in the green. Blocked it. Right, let's go for the treble 20. We want to hit some 180s, don't we? I think what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to put in the chat. Now, we're going to try it. I'm going to put 100 in the chat. It shouldn't show in the chat, but it should take 100 off my scoreboard. Let's see if it works. No, I come in the chat. Is it showing in the chat though? We took 100 off the score. I'm a little bit delayed. We're just checking a second. No, I showed on the chat. God dang it. Now, I am trying to set this up with its voice command. So if I just say 100, if we hit 100, I say 100. The score drops down. I'm playing around with it. I'm trying to fix it, but that'll be good, that. I just can get that, because actually the voice command works as well for zooming in on the doubles or the trebles. For example, as I say, I've got like 140 left. Treble 20. I can say like zoom treble 20, and it'll zoom into the treble 20. And I can say like zoom into double 10. And it'll just switch across quick. So I've been playing around with it for quite a while. It is fun. Let's try and hit some 180s, shall we, guys? I'll tell you one thing I've been doing. Watch them 3 dots. My aim point now is top of the treble 20, right in the middle. I'm really trying to hit that middle of that treble 20. Wow. Now we're nowhere near the middle, guys. Okay, we got 1 treble. Finally, we've hit 1 treble. Yeah, and the next competition I'm playing is Saturday, it's called the Win My. Let me double check what it's called. The Win My ADC Championship, I believe it is called. I'm signing on for a couple of votes as well next week. ADC Win My Championship North. So, like I said, there's good players in there, really good players. Ashley Coleman's playing. If you watch the Darts Referee channel, Ashley Coleman's in that as well. Oh, we're going for trebles, aren't we? Perfect dart. Was a good dart. He was a good first dart. Put me off with the adverts. Now, one thing I've actually been doing when I'm going for the treble 20s now, I'm not really switching for the 19s. We're just keeping our eye. Even if the treble 20 is blocked, I'm still just trying to force one in there just to see how they go. Oh, it's just a 140. Now, the one reason I didn't want to put the, like the chat on the right, I didn't want to put the scores in, the hundreds, 140s, the 25s. The reason I didn't want to put them in the chat, I didn't want it to clog all the chat up with the numbers, with the scores. Sure, we're going to be working on that as well. Like I said, it's something we're trying, and it could work. Oh, that was a weird last dart. Did hit the flight. And I bought some new flights. I needed to buy some new points as well. One of my points snapped in the board. I've got some new Condor Axe flights. Wing Slim. Now, I just remembered, Darts is on tonight. The PDC Dart, the Premier League is back on. Is it Rotterdam it's at? So Darcy's on tonight, but it starts an hour earlier, 6 o'clock. Right, come on, Dan. May I have to put the t-shirt on because I'm just feeling a little bit restricted with this hoodie on. Did get a chat then. Has Red Rose revamped their darts room? They have, and it, you know what? It looks good, but they're not. They've added a new vault on a Tuesday night, so they've got a Tuesday night vault and a Friday night vault. They've also got a Monday night vault for women and a Thursday night vault for the JDC. But they're not going to be holding the big competitions there, which is a shame because it's a really good venue and they're just not going to be holding the big tournaments there. Like, I think they used to do Super League there and something else, and they've stopped doing them. Well, yeah, it's been revamped. They put all borders, all like little wooden partitions between each board, which has made it a little bit tight walking back and not as much room. And you've got target omnis on every single board, which is good because anybody can play the game then and they can use their omnis. Yeah, so I think there's 13 boards overall, and they've all got omnis on. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing the big comps there because there's not enough room. But there's other venues in Preston that are probably going to step up. The Gamble Pub's one place that's going to be pretty decent, I think, for darts this year. I think they'll be doing a lot of Grand Slam type of tournaments. Right, let me get my hoodie off and then I can actually get to throwing some good darts because I feel a little bit restricted. So let me get my hoodie off, get my hat back on. Did get my haircut today. My darts. Hay fever's kicking my butt as well today. Okay, we're loose, we're relaxed. Ooh. Wow, I don't know what, guys, it's actually started off pretty pathetic this morning. Let's try and lock it in. Ugh. So, not really enjoying this session so far. The bullseye was going alright, but still hit the triple bull. So let's just treble 20 in the middle. I was like this on Monday and Tuesday, just a little bit erratic with my darts, but I still averaged like 88, 90, 89, I think it was. Like, I really had to battle through my throw. Oh, I tell you what I did do. I did slow my throw down ever so slightly. That seemed to help me a little bit. See, that was better because I just had that tiny millimetre of a second rest. And that first dart's actually, it's a really bad dart for me because it just blocks the bed. I've been trying to work on getting my angle just a little bit up slightly as well on my dart. That's a good dart. That's a bad dart. That first dart was a good dart for me to drop on top. Come on. 180. Let's go. Better. We got a 180 for the day. It's about time. Was on a 9 dart at the weekend as well in the competition. 180, 180. Just pulled it below on the treble 20. I thought, we've not playing the best on Monday, Tuesday. I thought yesterday having a day off made us reset my arm a little bit, but he's fighting us. $100. We want to get these 2 treble visits though, don't we? We want at least a 2 treble visit. Not being greedy. Sweet baby Jesus. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll show you what I'm going to do because I'm pulling these absolutely everywhere. So, we need to make a slight adjustment in our throw. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Because we get days like this where I get days, weeks, even months where we've just not got to find that rhythm. So I seem to be pulling them a little bit low, which means I'm pulling it down or I'm releasing it too late. So how I like to counteract this is the big 20, we're going to probably aim about here. But I'm just going to put a little tiny bit more power into it and make sure I extend my arm. So I'll show you now. Probably will get a 180 doing this. Nearly called it a 140. I feel like you can get in the rhythm nicely some days and you can just let it go. But some days you've got to put that effort in and put in the little bit of changes. You didn't realise how many variations there was to get a 9 darter. Do you know what? When I hit a 180, 180, I was tempted to go treble 17, treble 18, double 18, but I didn't. I decided to go the 2019's way because I do prefer the treble 18 and double 18 to the treble 19 and double 12. So could have possibly worked out different. See, we're just going a little bit higher now with me really extending my arm, concentrating on just following through. Is that a 180? It's another 180! Let's go. Please give the live a like, guys. It will help the channel out. A back-to-back 180 would have been nicer. Them last 2 darts were really lazy. One thing I have started doing is actually chucking in a couple of lazy darts, which I've never really done. But yeah, I've started to put in a couple of lazy darts in there. Not on purpose, just I seem to be doing it. It's a 60. Wow, 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 wow. The first 2 felt so nice, and then the third one, I just flew it. And this is what I seem to be doing. 2 good darts, 1 bad dart. Look at bullseye. Wow, wow. What is that? strong words with myself in a minute. Come on. I'm going to just move over slightly to the right and try and straighten my throw up a little bit. Now this is one thing I was going to actually do a video on. Do you know, like everything, break down your throw. Because I used to stand in line with a 6-6 and throw from the right, a little bit like Stephen Bunting. The only reason I did that is from, I've always been to the gym, so my shoulders are quite rounded. So when I used to stand straight onto the board with my rounded shoulders, it was quite tight for me to release it. So it was a lot more comfortable to throw from the right. It just felt natural. But from the last year playing darts, I've really loosened my shoulders up. So I've stood more to the left with a little lean, just straight down the treble 20. It's something now I thought about doing a video on. Not, whoa. Not giving advice, just showing you guys like different techniques and stuff. Where to stand and why some people stand right and left. According to 3,944 ways to check out a 9 darter. That can't be right, surely. I know you can go 3 treble 20, 3 treble 19, 3 bulls. I don't know. I don't know. I have to ask ChatGPT. Right, we're going to stand just a little bit more to the right and just see if you can just finesse it more in that treble 20. Right, we're doing what we did before. We're taking a little bit of power off. Oh, I did get trouble in that last night. We need to follow through a little bit better. Wow. We got a treble. Right, do you know what I'm going to do? Just because this treble's been a little bit iffy with me at the minute, shall we go for the 19s or shall we go for like a couple of doubles? I'm fancying like let's just try the double 16. For some reason, in the competition at the weekend, I kept leaving myself tops in double 10. Don't know why. I'll tell you what I did do at the weekend though. My counting, I'm nearly 100% perfect. One leg, I left myself a 168 instead of a 167. I miscounted on one. So I will take that. I played really well at the weekend as well. Just I was unlucky. Got beat by the better player on the day. Got to hold your hands up. If they're throwing fantastic darts, you can't do nothing, man. Oh, there should have been 3 in there. I don't know them going. Again, I thought like I threw 6 pretty good darts there for one double 16. We got a new chat. Have you noticed, guys, when you get a chat pop up as well, it makes a sound. The rod's supposed to be confetti as well, but I don't think that's popped up yet. It could have done. How did you find out which darts weights we're comfortable with? Well, I used to always play my Harrow's graph lights. So that was like, I had them since I was like 18. So 22 grams just feels pretty comfy to me. I know a lot of people don't actually use 22 grams. I know a few pros do. But in the dart shop, I think it's 24 grams the most common used dart. 24, 25. A lot of people don't go for the 22 grams. I don't know why. Double 8. I've got something on here as well. I'll put it on just for a minute. We've got this to add on soon as well. It's going to be in the top left-hand corner. If it'll come on. In the top left hand corner, whichever way it is, we've got a subathon up here. So that's for a future video. We've put a subathon on, which is, it's going to be an hour, okay? Every time we get a new subscriber, we add a minute on. Or we could even do 5 minutes. Every time we add a new subscriber, add 5 minutes. But if we've got a massive influx of subscribers, that could go on for days. So I think maybe a minute might be better. I mean, the 16s fell in pretty darn nice. 18s, or 8, we'll go for double 18. It's been a little while since we've been up there. That'll ding dang do. 3 from 3. And the trois. Going on the 16s and the 18s feels completely different to going to the treble 20. The treble 20 just feels a little bit off at the minute. What about the treble 18s? Let's try the treble 18s. That's the forward. That's the forward. Interesting. I actually think I've done one thing I will change for the future streams. I think I've put on the adverts on this high, and I usually put it on low, and I think it's because I've moved over to this other streaming service. It's just defaulted back to high or YouTube settings. So next time we do a stream, I'll drop that down so we've not got many adverts. Like going down. Again, it's like 2 out of 3 darts are going well. We just can't get them to group though. Treble 19. Let me know in the chat, guys. Everybody that's watching, if you do play darts, let me know what weight darts you use, because it would be interesting to see what you use. Like I said, in the dart shop, it's 23, 24, 25. I think the 24 grams are the most common weight, but it'd be interesting to see what you guys throw with. I was tempted to maybe try a 21 gram dart. I was watching on TikTok over there was a video by, oh, what's his name? Who does the mission with Edgar TV? Andy Cornwall. And he was on about, you can't feel the difference between a 21 gram and a 22 gram. You can't feel the difference between just a 1 gram. I can. I think that's wrong. I can definitely feel the difference between a 22 gram dart and a 23 gram dart. With the amount of darts I try, I think it was the Scott Williams. They felt heavier to me. Everyone's going to have them different fine motor skills in the fingertips. Some darts are going to feel heavier. For me, using a 22 gram dart all my life, I can tell it's a 23 gram dart. Not so much a 21 gram dart. I'll be honest, don't really feel much difference. .26 gram amberjacks. The amberjack 14s. Tempted to go lighter. How are we doing? Good morning. Well, it's actually nearly dinner time. I have still got a video to do on the amberjacks, but I think the amberjacks are a really good dart that a lot of people use. I've thrown a couple of them in the dart shop just to try them out. So I want to do an amberjack video, but a couple of times I've been in the shop, the amberjacks, they're getting sold out. So there's only been like 2 or 3 sets out of, I don't know how many amberjacks there are. There's a lot. 180 for the newcomers. Bullseye for the newcomers. There you go. Can we get another one? Oh, we've got chats going. You find them really slippy after a while. Yeah, I'm good. 24 Connor Scuts. Now, somebody did comment actually a couple of weeks ago. Would I try the Connor Scut darts in a video? I can't throw them at all. I've tried them. I've tried them when the darts team shop, when it used to do the pop-ups all around the northwest. I did try the Connor Scuts while I was out and about. I could not throw them whatsoever. I just can't get them to. I can't release them. It just wants to fall out of my hand. Hmm. 24 grams. See, a few 24 and 25 gram. Yeah, I'm good, bud. I'm good. Use my dad's custom made 27 grams. The Blide 2s. I like the Blide 2s. I did get on with them ones. 23 grams. See, nobody's on the 22 grams yet. Now, have any of you tried the 22 grams? Do they seem really light? Because, like, for me, they don't seem like a really light dart. My arm just feels a little bit more tuned in at the minute. 5 minutes ago, it wasn't, but I can just feel it. Something's changing, and that happens a lot. You play absolutely awful, and then just find a nice little 15-20 minute purple patch and throw them real. I feel a little bit more. I've got a bit more force in my throat at the minute. Ooh, we're in the 5. Mess. Spoke too soon there. Don't think we've had any chats, have we, from Kick or Twitch? Doesn't actually show me how many viewers are on Twitch and Kick either. Ooh, hiya. Still going to extend that on though. Been a bit lazy. You're 26. Try using the 24 gram like paper airplane. CDD. I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. Was good. Actually, last night was a good game. Didn't watch the Real Madrid Bayern Munich game. That was a good game. I really enjoyed that last night. Right, this 20. Confident. Better. 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 We did another 180. Let's fucking go. Just gotta release it, Dan. I'm just holding onto the dart slightly. I know what I'm doing wrong, so I'm just trying to fix it. These 2 darts here. Them 3 darts were thrown really good. Just really unlucky not to go into treble. Oh, well, actually one did. I thought it was below. Bosh. I've never used that word. I've used it in a couple of videos. I've never ever used that word in my life, and I started using it a couple of times in my videos. Yeah, they should have sold thingy, the winger. I like Diaz. I think he's a fantastic player. I tell you what, Elise has really stepped up, hasn't he? I liked Elise at Palace, but I knew it was good. I didn't know he'd have another level to push on to what he's done. I think he could get even better. Elise. He should have asked me at Palace who was the better player between Eze and Elise. I would have said Elise. I would have said Eze, but I think Elise is stepped up, hasn't he, for a different level. Ooh. I think Liverpool are going to have an interesting summer this year, aren't they? I think because I seen Slot come out and say he needed to sell to buy. I don't think you've got that much to sell You've got maybe Gakpo. I don't think you get a lot for Gakpo though. I think you may get about 30 million if you're lucky. It's very wasteful, Gakpo. Szoboszlai could be a big mover if he wanted to go. Yeah, Ballon d'Or. He did say you wouldn't catch him playing for a small club. He's onto bigger things. Yeah, I think at least I think he's fantastic, Lise. Elise would be perfect for Liverpool, wouldn't he? Just replace Salah. I'm a Newcastle fan. I think Eddie Howe could be going soon. I think sometimes you could just run the course with the club. You've took it as far as you can. Wow. 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 Yeah. But yeah, I think Liverpool are going to have an interesting summer this year. Oh, I'm going to drop the dart in my foot then. Right, I am going to have one game of 5-1 in a minute. I'm going to have to put the scores in the chat. I'll probably just do 3 legs or something. I've actually been playing a lot longer legs. I've been doing the best of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, best of 9. Best of 9 legs, and I've been hitting them higher averages. Not been the best playing darts, but we're hitting them higher averages. So the lower games are still decent. Right, bullseye. I feel like somebody's controlling my arm with a joystick. Do you not? We're going to put my glasses on. That's a long message. Oh yeah, I do remember actually. Yeah, the messages got leaked. Oh, so you think we should keep Eddie Howe? Do you know what? I'd be happy to keep him, but if we keep him for another year and it goes wrong again, this is like, should you have changed and maybe you could have pushed on to that top 6? But right, so me, honestly, I would keep Eddie Howe if we back him in the summer with money. If we back him, I would keep him for another year. But are we looking at a stat over there? I think we would have been second in the league if we had kept hold of all our points. You know, when we scored first, we would have been second in the league. But we've just been dropping so many points. But yeah, personally, I think I would keep him for another year, Eddie Howe. Won us a cup, got us into Champions League, got us playing fantastic football, attacking, just really counter-attacking, aggressive football, which I think anybody likes to watch that. You watch like Bournemouth played, they're kind of similar this season. We got another 180, guys. It's weird. It is actually kind of weird how these darts are going today. Not throwing the greatest, but we're pinning that treble 20. That first dart is a perfect dart for me, just to do exactly what I've just done there. Straight down the centre, I can just drop 1 or 2 on top of it. We got messages again. Absolutely. Yeah, I would personally keep him for another season. Because you see, it does sort of bad for the first 4 or 5 months. Then maybe could make a change, but I don't know. I'd still give him another year. I think he's earned it. We can't have Sunderland above us. Exactly. That was devastating a few weeks ago. Absolutely ridiculous. I could see how a lot of people do actually like Newcastle, how they play. But I could see how a lot of people don't like Newcastle, especially Joelinton, Bruno G in that midfield. Joelinton's just an animal, isn't he? And Bruno G is so smart with like the tactical fouls, giving fouls away and like dropping to the floor. Ooh. Okay, they seem to be flying a little bit truer now out of my arm. A little bit truer. I'd love to find a purple patch, guys. Nice 140. Yeah, like I was saying before, this little scoreboard will actually track all the 180s, 140s, tons, and 3-dot average, and stuff like that. Oh, wild out the window. Pull myself off. Got a little bit distracted. Guys, if you're new here, you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We've got a fun animation that'll pop up. Sunderland done quite well. Sunderland, they do play well, especially at home as well. They're making that bit of a fortress. We've got a cool little animation, like I said, it's to subscribe. But yeah, Sunderland, you've got to give it to them. They're playing well. Shall we do another like 5-minute football talk and then we'll move on to some darts talk? Maybe talk about the Premier League. I'll tell you what, let's have. I'd love to put. Do you know what? Let's see if can do. Let's see if can do this. Can I put a poll in the chat? I can, but I don't know how to do it in this actually today. Do you think Tottenham are staying up? What do you think? I don't think they can. Whoa. I just think they're on such a bad run of form. I don't think they'll be able to just switch it on and change the. Oh, the laptop's gone off. I don't think they'll be able to change the look. I think they might get maybe one win, but I can't see them like getting multiple wins. I don't even think that. I think that's a 60, and they was absolutely fantastic, though. It is just a 60. Yeah, they come at Europe as well, because yeah, Ekitike out for the rest of. I know I seen that. When I seen him go down, I thought, oh, he's twisted his ankle and like maybe broke his ankle, but I can't remember what they said it was now on Sky Sports News, but yeah, 9 months out. I like Ekitike. Newcastle tried to sign him multiple times and he turned us down. We've got adverts. I've got adverts on my stream. It's annoying me. Oh no, scratched off an eye with Monster. Yeah, I like Ekitike. I think he's been fantastic this year. I think he's only going to get better as well. Yeah, that bad Achilles injury. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. But he said, I think he said something on the ground like he just snapped or he just popped or something. Tottenham are going down. Leeds made it even worse. Leeds played fantastic against United. United didn't even turn up. I think Forest could get slightly distracted with Europe, but I think the defence is too good, and I think the midfield is good with Elliot Anderson and stuff. Morgan Gibbs-White. I think Forest will stay up. I think it'll be between West Ham and Tottenham, and West Ham do fight. I think West Ham's got more fight in it than Tottenham. I'm pretty sure. Does Tottenham play West Ham as well in the last couple of games? My eye's stinging. I got monster in my eye. No excuse for not hitting the treble. If Newcastle could have had maybe 1 or 2 more wins, I think Newcastle are 14th at the minute, 14th to 6th, even 5th. There's not a lot of points in it. I think Newcastle are 9 points off Liverpool in 5th, are they? I'll have to double check the table, but it's Newcastle could have just had 1 or 2 more wins. Newcastle. It's like the old days, frustrating me. Yeah, I think Tottenham could be in serious trouble though. Well, they're in trouble now, but I don't know if they'll get out. United's played 1 game every. Yeah, United have not been playing well, though, have they, for a little while now? They've been masked by the results, haven't they? They've not been playing well. I do like Benjamin Sesko. I just don't think they're using him right yet. You need to put the ball in. He's a good header. You just need to give him the ball more. Do. Brighton, Sunderland, Everton, strong contenders. I think Bournemouth are just below Newcastle, aren't they, in the league? And I think they might just be out of it. Brentford are up there, aren't they? I think Brentford are doing fantastic as well. I've always liked Everton. I'd like to see Everton get up there. I'd like to see Everton in Champions League again. Keep it interesting for next year with Newcastle being in it, Villa being in it, Everton being in it. I think the more challenging for that Champions League spot, it's going to make the Prem better. It's been a weird Prem season. Everybody's been beating everybody. I will say I didn't enjoy a lot of the Prem season this year. Now, I watched near enough every Prem game. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 I've not watched this year because I've been on a competition this season, but I do watch every single game. The big one's coming up, the winning guys in summer. I don't know if we'll be moved house yet by summer. Hopefully we are, and then we can have it set up. Spurs play Brighton. Brighton win. The Hammers play Palace on Monday night. That's right. Yeah, I remember the Monday night football. Spurs and West Ham are going down for me. What do you think? Burnley are coming back? I don't think Burnley are coming back. Bournemouth are a few points in front. Sunderland make Europe though. I don't think they'll make Champions League football, Sunderland, but I do think I think they can definitely make the Europa League. Not the Conference League. I think they'll make the Europa League. But in the summer, guys, the World Cup's on it, and like I was saying, we'd like to move before then, so I can have my daughter set up properly, and we can have the football on while we're playing darts. Could have some weird darts World Cup watch along crossover, couldn't we? Oh, and the World Cup of darts on as well, guys. $180. Is that our 4th or 5th for today? Or is it our 6th? We've had a few 180s, haven't we? Can we do back to back? Oh, Jesus Christ. What are we doing? Bullseye. I feel like Luke Humphries getting disappointed every time I don't hit a treble 20. It's just hitting a big 20 is the problem. Oh, do you know what I've just realised? My back door's open and I've just stood here for a second and there's a little bit of breeze. I'm not making excuses for my bad darts, but there's a little bit of a breeze here. I've not really noticed the darts swaying though. I've played in venues with aircon on and you can see it affect your darts. Because you know yourself, when you're behind the dart and you chuck it, you know how your darts react. And if it looks a little bit weird sometimes, you're like, what's going on there? Oh, it's just a ton. For example, if you've got a dart stand, go and put it outside and chuck a dart outside. The darts go absolutely crazy. They go crazy. Let's catch up to a few of these. Bournemouth are a few points in front. I'd also say you're a City fan, but it'd be nice to see new points. So, Man City fan, I'm guessing. What's happening with that point deduction? Not going to get into that now, but my God, they're dragging it on, aren't they? It's going to be interesting, but I mean, you punished Everton. Spurs and West Ham can't go down. It's one or the other. But yeah, Burnley have 20 points. Burnley aren't. I'm saying he won't come back. You never know. West Brom had it that season, didn't they? That was a crazy season, but I think Burnley, there's going to be too much on. Play good football, Burnley, just not. They don't score enough. Hear me out, Japan. Actually, look, I like Japan. Japan have always been a decent team. Do you know what? I was on about this to my brother actually. I used to be able to name like all the players from near enough most of like, at least the top 50 world teams. Like Uruguay, you could name off 10 players. Like Japan, South Africa, New Zealand, Italy. I can think of 2 or 3 Italy players at the minute. You've got Chiesa at Liverpool, Tonali, and the left back at Arsenal. His name forgets me at the minute. Donnarumma. Does Immobile still play for him? Does Inzaghi? Is it Inzaghi? Actually, like I don't know, just the drop off. I can name a few French players, but I don't know. It seems hard to. Wow. We're rambling here anyway, aren't we? Domestic treble still on for City. Are City going to come back and win the league? I think they are. I think Arsenal bottled it. That first start wasn't right. I think I got just a win down, and that first start, how it's gone in, even though it went into treble 20, it wasn't right. I threw it a little bit low, and it seemed to travel a little bit higher. I think there's a little bit of a gust there. Bullseye. I know Italy not qualifying again. They played fantastic in the group stage. They only lost one game, didn't they? They only lost one game. I'm going for another double seven, treble seven. If I put one in that treble seven, we're putting two in there. If I'm going to pull it, we're putting two in there. Right, 118 coming. Come on. Can we call it? Get set. Not even close. Treble 19. Not treble. Is that? I think that's closer to the double. It's not far away, is it? Don't really like the double seven. It's a weird angle for me to hit. I've been actually moving along the board as well. When I'm going for the doubles, like the double 18, the double 10, I've started moving across to get a bit more in line with a double. What is that? We're still waiting for a new subscriber, aren't we? We're still waiting for a new subscriber. What are we going for now? We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and a half and we've not had one new subscriber. We've got animations. I set it up. We got a pop up. Oh, gotta get my glasses on. We play them on Sunday. I'll be there. Oh yeah, isn't it Man City Arsenal on Sunday? Arsenal, yeah. I didn't even watch the game last night, but I was watching. What was I watching? Oh, I was watching That's Football with Goldbridge. And a lot of people were saying like the Arsenal game is a struggle to watch. I don't like watching Arsenal. How can you play out from the back so expansive? From the back, from the keeper to the back four to Zubamendi and Rice, and then when you get up the field, they just don't take any chances. They just don't take risks. They take all the risks in the defence and not up the top. I don't understand that. Should be the opposite way. Double 18. If you do watch Arsenal, there's probably a lot of you do like football, but they just don't take chance. They don't like. I don't know. They're just too careful up top, but they'll take all the risks at the back. I used to love watching Arsenal play as well. When you had like Rosicki and Hleb, they just play so fluid football. My mic's still good. Oh, no animation, unsubscribe. What? It's on. Did it come up then? Oh. Sorry guys, I have put the animation on. It was working before I went live. Oh, God dang it. I've got a dartboard that pops up in the middle and darts go into it and say thanks for subscribing. There's still a little bit bugged in the work. We can iron them out over the next couple of weeks. No worries. She wasn't subscribed. I can't for the life hit 99, and I have to move 99. Personally, I kind of like 99 just because I used to play around the board 2 tops, where you used to go 4 4 9. So 99's always been pretty kind to me. That was for 99. We'll get one in. Oh, we're in the wrong bed. We're in the 14. He's busted score. What a chopper. Right, come on, 99 again. I want it. No, 99. There we go. It's low though. It's very low. We're gonna keep going for a little while. My son's out this morning with the missus, so I've got maybe like another half an hour, so we can play for a little while. We can play for a little while. You can hit double 12 and 14, but just not double 9. I can hit. Do you know what? I'm opposite here. I can hit double 9. I really struggle with a 14 and a 12, and that's what puts me off. Is I've been on a 9 darter, the double 12. I always think should I go to 17s, treble 18, double 18 way, because I don't like the double 12. I like the double 5. That's why I like doing this little practice routine, you know, where I split the board up, bottom half and top half, and going across, because like the double 14 and double 13, doing the same like plane of weight. So I kind of like doing that. What's your predictions for tonight's Premier League? Littler, Humphreys, MVG, maybe just Rock. Did Luke Humphreys win at the weekend? I didn't watch any darts this weekend. What's just gone past. I'm pretty sure Luke Humphreys won, didn't he? I'm sure I've seen a little pop up on something that he won. Oh, we'll sort out the animation next time. I'll give you a pass to unsubscribe. Where's my phone? I'll give you a pass to unsubscribe, and we'll get it next time. MVG looking good. MVG's playing really well, but he's got 1 or 2 darts. I think that's just like dropping into the 5 or like into the. I've seen the clip over there where he was on about the player he played maybe a year ago, where the player went for a treble 20, hit the treble 12, and he said, "No, he's a pub player. No player should be aiming for the treble 20, hit a treble 12." And he did it. He did that this week, last weekend, didn't he? Last week in the Premier League. Michael Longer, I think he's close to being back to his best. I think he's just got 1 or 2 darts here and there that are just a little bit wild. He got beat, did he? I thought he won Luke Humphreys. Oh, I'm mistaken. It might have been the week before. I don't know. Right, guys, just give me 10 seconds. I'm just going to see if I can get this animation to work for subscribers. My glasses are loose, actually. I need to tighten the screw in. I think they're going to pop off in a minute. Let me just see if I can get this animation working, and then we're going to jump into a game of 501. Humphreys has been terrible, but I think he beats Jan Van Veen. I'm going to just look at the scores in a second. It is going to be... Okay. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, that's what I actually got my phone for, because I was actually going to check out the fixtures. Well, let's chuck 3 darts with my glasses on. I can't really play my glasses on. These are only like 1.25 or something strength, so they're not very strong. They're just if I'm playing on my laptop or anything, it just a little bit of magnification helps. Can we get the bullseye? Doesn't look distorted or anything. Can I get treble 20? Bullseye. Bullseye. Does feel weird. Okay, I think I might need to check the, sort that out off stream to get that subscriber alert working again. Well, let me just catch up to chat and then we'll jump into a Gallagher 501 or 2 legs or 3 legs because we can actually get it. If I put a R in there, if I put resetting, does it resets the score? Some of the stuff's working. Honestly, trying to set up streams and stuff. This meld has actually been pretty good. It's really good actually. I do like it. Humphries has been terrible. I think he beats Van Veen. Humphries, he just can't stop missing the doubles, can he? That's it. I was going to look at the fixtures, sorry, on my phone. And then we will jump into it. I think I've got it set up for 3 legs of 501. Darts. Also. So we've got Luke Little against Going Price 6:15. Remember, it starts an hour earlier tonight. So that's going to be interesting because Little was awful, wasn't he, last week? Well, he wasn't awful. He just wasn't on it, was he? I think Going Price has been in fantastic form, but I think Luke Little might just take it tonight. I think Luke Little could win that first game. If I was going to put money on it, I would probably take Luke Little. Even though Going Price has been in fantastic form, I think Little, I think he takes that one. Jan Van Veen, Luke Humphries. Jan Van Veen's still struggling, isn't he, with his, wasn't it appendicitis? Was it? I can't remember what it was. It wasn't appendicitis. Was it kidney stones? But I think Luke Humphries has been beat a couple of times now off Jan Van Veen, hasn't he? So I'm going to say if Jan Van Veen's firing, I'm going to actually take Jan Van Luke Humphries. He needs to start winning, though, Luke Humphries, doesn't he? He's down that table. He needs to start winning. Wow. Right. It's I had to put money on it. It's a had a tenner. I had to put it on one of the players. I think I would just take Humphries. Only because Jan Van Veen's not at full health. I don't think. He might be better, but yeah, I'm going to just take Luke Humphries. Michael Van Gogh and Johnny Clayton, repeat of last week's final. I think Johnny Clayton will win that again. He come back, didn't he, last week? MVG dropped the ball. I think Johnny Clayton will win that one. He's not the favourite either. Stephen Bunting, Josh Rock. I think Bunting wins that one. Bunting's he's been really well, hasn't he? He's been playing really well, Stephen Bunting. He's just been unlucky with the players he's come up against. I think Bunting's played fantastic. Well, let me just get this a second. Right, you can't stay there. Let's do 9 darts and then we'll jump into a game of 501 or 2 games or 3 games. Come on. Right, so we're going to get focused. 9 darts. And then we'll jump into 3 games of 5-1. With how I'm playing recently, I don't want to be below an 85 average. We'll lock it in. 3 more darts. Now, the chat is probably going to get a little bit overloaded with me putting the scores in. which I had tried to fix it. But it's something I have to work on and see if I can get it to work properly. Okay, let's jump in then. 501. Let's go. Right, so we're going to do it how I would do in a match. So I look at the floor, get my mic at the board. It's just a 60, so let me try this. Yep, 441's working. Probably should have had a couple more darts at the 19, shouldn't we? 58. We'll get some trebles going. Come on. Just a 60. 3 visits, no treble. Really needed a ton 40 there just to put a little bit of a dent in this leg. As you can see, we've got the green ones popping up. 223. So here we need at least a 53 to leave a 170. Oh, it's a 140. Come on. Come on. 140. 83 remaining. 51 for 32. So 51, 61, 82. Yep, 51 for 32. Okay, so 83, 63, 64, 65, 66 remaining. I would go 66 remaining, treble 10 for double 18, but I want to be leaving the bullseyes. So 66 remaining, single 16 for bull. Come on, let's go! Like the stream. We take out the 83. 0. Okay. I can't even remember how to set the next leg up. I can't even remember. Have you cut your K-flexes? I've seen people do that. I've never cut the K-flexes. These are the Condor Axe Wing Slim. So they're a little bit different, as most slim darts just go flat. These just taper in slightly. So if I put reset in. There we go. That's right. Reset and we start again. We've got it working. I don't even know how many darts that was that first leg. Was it 15 or 18? I think it was 18, wasn't it? What are you doing? Got lucky with that last dart, to be honest, guys. It's an 81. Yeah, as you can see all the green chat now. This is what I didn't want on the screen. So that's why I've been trying to do the voice command, which we will get it working. Oh, it's another 180. Come on. Now, you've been watching me. Well, people have been watching me for the last hour, whatever. Oh, no! The glass is broke. And what's worse is I've dropped the screw. And we'll never find that screw again, guys. Don't worry, I've got backup. I've got backup glasses. Put myself in eye. Also, actually, luckily, I don't have, it's showing my scores on the screen, which is good. It's not showing it in the chat, which is decent. You've seen the people cut into flip. Yeah, I've seen them. I did actually try it with some. I did cut some old flights up. I can't remember what they were though. There was some kind of. Oh, I'll tell you what they were. There was hardcore flights by Red Dragon. I just tried it. I didn't like it though. I really didn't like it. Right, come on, switch on. We had a power cut, just distraction. It's just a ton. I actually didn't know what was on there. I should actually really check what I was on. I thought I was on a 3. I thought there was a 3 at the end there. So we're on a 140. Treble 20. Treble 20 for a double 10. Okay, we got a 45. Yep. That's not what we want, is it? 95 remaining. Treble 19, double 19. That's the way I'm going to go. So it's going to be 75, 76 after that one. Come on. Treble 19, double 19. I'm going to go double, double. Oh my God. Oh my God. Would you look at that? The 95. I'll tell you what, I think the double 19 and the double 17, definitely the Shanghai practice, the treble where I used to go on the 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, and 20s. The Shanghai practice, especially the 17s and 19s, works fantastic. The 20s, not so much. Okay, guys, if somebody could put something in the chat, please, guys, just to see if my chat's working. It seems to have slowed down a little bit. Right, come on, we go again. Oh, we need to reset it. I have pressed reset. Yep, we're good to go. Come on. So 140. Oh no, it's also a ton. Actually, I thought that last dart was in. Honestly, I thought it had dropped on top. So 140 now. Come on. Okay, we've got 261 remaining, so we need to hit a 91 here at least to leave a 170. Oh. So we're on 161, 5141. Has this leg not registered? Reset. Oh, have you just reset my score by doing that? Have you just done a little glitch, guy? I don't know. I thought I've reset it. Have I gone mental? I don't know. I think you did, didn't you? Right. So if that's happening, you put resetting. It should have been. I set it as private, so when I put it in, it should just have been for me. So do you know what? Let's just put a ton in. And if you want to press reset again in the chat, I just want to see if it changes. Can he skip, man? Do 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 do. Oh, see, it didn't do it then, did it? Undo. No, I said reset. I don't think undo's the command. I think it's reset. What are you doing? You're ruining my stream, bro. Oh no. Go on, you can interact with the stream and get your things. Dude, actually, on this streaming software that I'm using today, so just put this screen on for 1 second. I can put that Be Right Back screen on and I can put games on it. So, just for instance, I just needed to go to get a drink or something or I needed to nip to the toilet. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I can put that Be Back screen on and I can put games on it. So I can put like maybe a quiz on there. I think I can put like Pac-Man on there so you can be interactive while I'm playing. I could even put maybe dartboards as the little things they eat, the Pac-Man. So I'm going to try and work on this over definitely next week. We've got videos coming out next week as well, guys. Just 140. I've got a video. I've been doing it over the last 3 weeks now. This is week 4. Next week's going to be the 5th week. So I've got 5 things I'm going to be doing in a video. I may put a couple more in there. So this is a video I've been filming over the last couple of weeks. And I might that actually probably be the week after then I put that out. Reset. Yeah, we need to fix that, don't we? I was on a good score as well, bro. What are you doing? Bullseye. Right, if you're gonna be messing around with the counter, guys, let's try and check out something decent. Let's go for like maybe, I need to find that screw actually from my glasses. You never find that bad boy. Can we go and check out, let's do, I could do the 121, but I want to do something a little bit more adventurous. Let's go for the big one. Let's try and check out the 170 bullseye, treble 20 bullseye. Can we check out the 170? Let's give ourselves 3 attempts. Okay, 3 attempts to check out the 170. It was close. He's on a 9. I'm on a 9 daughter. I'm going to check out the 9 daughter. We'll check out the 141. Watch this, guys. Oh, so close. We get the clip going. He's on a 9 daughter. They're both on 9s. That could be something we could do though in the chat, guys. And going forward, put something on the screen like that where you can put in the chat what you want me to check out or something. I keep standing on something. I keep thinking it's the screw, but it's not. Right, we was going for the 170 now. I'll give myself 3 tries. I've already done 1. Do 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 do. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. It was close. It was close. Probably should have done an easy check out, like the 1-2-1. So 50, 46 remaining, 36, double 18, first start, double 9. Move to 1-2-2. How are we going to check out the 1-2-2? Oof. 104. We got a 4. Do you know what? I have started leaving 170 just because of their counting. When I'm on like, let's say I'm on 301 or something. Let's say I'm on 301, I know to hit a 3-1 to leave the 170. That's the only way I do leave it if I'm in the higher 200s or low 300s. Because my count is not the best, so I just try to make it easier for myself. Oh, 210 to go for the 180. It is. $180. No, it's not 170. It's not 170. Take out the fish. I took it out. Back to back big fishes. Here, fishy, fishy. Oh, not even close, guys. I think that was pure accident, that 170. Just at the time you asked for it. 150. 3 bullseyes. Okay. Oh, so 25. How many darts to check out at 150 or 3? 6? 4? Doesn't count, you're done on 70. Wow, check out the 1. I'd love to do that in a match though. Do you know, like, Dan, you acquire 32. 32, so you go like, treble 10, double 1. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. 150. It's the, honestly, it's 150. Treble 90, 57, 57, 114. 114 for 36, that's 140. No, it's not. Yeah, 150, treble 19, double 18. Why does it feel wrong though? Feels wrong for some reason. 57, 114, 120. Yeah, it's right. Got a bit of mind blank there. Since I was going to leave 150, usually in a match I would go bull, bull, bull. I know it's not the right way, but now we need you to take the fish you're on, 170 on your scoring thing. Okay, we'll try and do the big fish again. Right, so we get set. Find the mic. First two actually, one went really high, one went low, but they felt pretty consistent to throw. No, in wrong bed. Oh, I hesitated slightly. You big chopper. I hesitated and I just felt myself pull it. Oh, that's too high. Oh. But ooh, don't turn my laptop off. We want the big fish, not the little cod. They should call it that. If you hit Joel 20, Joel 20 and 25, it should be called the little cod. That's an absolute fantastic shout. I always thought a good name. I've done this, I've said this before, and actually on the channel. If you're going to create a new darts channel, or if there's a group of you that want to start a darts channel, you've got to be called the Tungsten Tossers. It's the perfect name for a group. You could be, yeah, or you see just a single group. If you're doing a video, doing a channel on your own, the Tungsten Tosser, a bunch of tossers. Probably just ruined my monetization. Right, come on, Dan. I don't think we're going to be checking out that 170 again. So what's another decent little one? I've done the 170. I did it. No, I didn't end up going to Q schools. I had enough for Q schools. I just didn't have enough saved up for the hotels and the travel and stuff. And the 5 days, I think it could have been possibly 6 days you're out there. Was it 7? I think it's Monday to Sunday, isn't it? I saved up enough to pay the event. I didn't have enough for the travel and the accommodation to stop over, and that was only because I got ill in November. For like 6 weeks, I was just really ill, and I didn't enter any darts competitions. But we've got money saved early on already. We've got money in the pot for Q schools already. So you want to fish? You're getting prawns. You're getting prawns. Yeah. So we've got money saved up for Q schools. That's happening next year. I'd just like to go and just be competitive, to be honest. I just want to go and just be competitive. I don't want to go and just have a really bad time. I'd rather just be a little bit competitive. Honest, excuses like gambling. Honestly, the amount of good darts players below the pros, you're looking at least 500 players that can average 85 to 95. At least 500 players just from the UK. I mean, in the Northwest, I reckon there's at least 50 players that can average between 85 and 90 consistently. That's just in the Northwest. So I think Q schools, you've got to be quite lucky who you face as well, because you could just match up a player against that just plays a world in, averages that 105, 107, and you might even throw a 98 average, but you do just the better on that game. Or you could maybe play a player that throws a 68 average and you throw a 77 and still get beat. I think you got to have a lot of luck as well for Q schools. You've got to be a good player, of course, but the amount of good players that enter Q schools is ridiculous. There's really, really bad players there. I'd burn me inside going there and losing all that money to come back empty-handed. There's definitely people better in Q schools. Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I think a lot of it's mentality. I think I've got a very strong mentality. I just don't have the darts ability yet to even challenge on the Q skills, to be honest. But mentally, this was another video I was going to actually do, the mentality of darts. When I play for money, and like I've been in a couple of Grand Slam finals, and it's been really good money for the winner. When I'm playing, it doesn't come in. I don't have any money anyway, but like, so getting a decent £500-600 is good money to pick up. It doesn't really affect me going into the game, the monetization side of it. It's always nice to win it, but like, say I was in the lead, I just need double 16 to win the match, and to win £600, you could be nervous, but for me, it's just like another match. I think mentality-wise, I think I've got quite a strong mentality that I can throw darts that doesn't. I don't get nervous when I throw darts. So in front of people, or I don't get nerves. Get excitement, but not nerves like it's a miss, I'm gonna lose. I can kind of block that out, and I think that's with the books I've been reading as well. I had it last year, but I think I've got a bit stronger mentality this year with reading these like help books as well. Especially that the Inner Game of Tennis. If you're struggling mentally, that's a fantastic book. Sorry, I got a message here. What's your average at the moment? I've only been playing 4 months and currently averaging 61 is absolutely fantastic. Would love to be good enough over the coming years for Q schools. 61 average for 4 months to play is fantastic. At the minute, I always say I'm low 80s, 82, 83, but for the last couple of, well, I could have told you exactly what my average was in these games, but somebody started resetting my score. Honestly, recently, in practice at home, it's been in the high 80s, 87, 88, 89, and we've been getting a lot of ton averages, which is a big indicator that I am throwing pretty well. But I need to be doing these scores in the tournaments. I can play well in a couple of games. The vaults is different. The vaults is weird because you've got breaks, and it is competitive at some points, but it's not at the same time. Yeah, like for example, like this weekend I'm going, it's cost me £40 for the Saturday, £40 for the Sunday. I'm not stopping over, which would have been an extra £100, so that would have been £140. Travel, maybe another £40 in petrol. You're probably looking about maybe 200 to 220, and I think you need to get to the quarterfinals to get that money back. Nope. So there is good money to be made in amateur darts, and a lot of people do make good money. If you're good enough, if you can average 75 and above, you can make decent money after vaults and stuff and the competitions. But like this Winmore a bigger event. I want to play against the better players and try and just improve myself. Q Schools is getting harder and better every year. I actually looked at this a couple of days ago. I was looking at the past. As you go onto Darts Connect, it shows you on the archive like the past Q Schools averages. I think it was lower this year than last year, and then it was low again, but then it was high. I can't remember what it was. The average was, I think it was like about 81 average or an 81.5. There's not much in it, but that's just like an overall average. So like you can have fantastic players, like just for example, Charlie Mambe is a fantastic player. I think he struggled for the first 2 days, I believe, in Q Schools. He couldn't pick up a win, could he? And then The next day he did pick up his tour card. You just want one of them days where you can throw and you hit everything. It's rare you have them days, but you might get one out of every 10, 15 days where you just throw and it's absolutely, you're hitting the target every time. It just feels smooth. I think my missus could be home soon, so I will probably say we'll probably maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes we'll still be online, and then we'll call it a day quite quick. Eee. I know the only reason I'm going to stop streaming is because my youngest will come in, and honestly, he's wild. He's wild. They'll be screaming. You won't even be able to hear me talk. Would have liked a triple bull today. We've not hit a triple bull, have we? We've still got the 170 on the scoreboard as well, haven't we, guys? Okay, do you know what I'm going to give this practice session today? Not what I was going to do, because I was going to play some games of on the scoreboard, but people get in the chat, guys, playing around. But I'll still give this a solid like 7 out of 10 for the throw today. Not how I'm throwing a 7 out of 10, but like just for how it's feeling. We had a few 180s, a few decent checkouts, a few doubles. The games were all right before we got interrupted. You might be able to hear my stomach rumbling. I'm starving. Yeah, I'll be watching the Darts tonight. 1 second, guys. So I did actually say before who I thought was going to win each game. I didn't say who I thought would win tonight, though. I'll say that in a second. I think who wins tonight? I think it's going to be Johnny Clayton. I think Johnny Clayton's going to win. You've known Charlie for a while. Used to see him on the Modus. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's from. Is he from Yorkshire? I think he's from. Isn't he? I think he's from Yorkshire. I've never played against. Like I said, I've only been playing competitive for a year. I think I've Darts is what 2.5 years, 3 years. I've only just got back into playing. So yeah, it was a year ago. I think it was. I think it was about 14th of March. I did my first vault, and then I missed the next week, and then I think it was could have been the break, and then the next one started in April. So it's only been a year I've been playing competitive. A few good wins. Top 5 finishing the vault as well. Top 10 finish. No, I didn't finish top 5, did I? You can't look past going twice. Yeah, the scoreboard average. That was the 9 darters. Just actually talking about Charlie Mamby, did you see his new darts? I watched a clip on one of Facebook or Instagram or something where it showed his target darts. They look pretty nice on target darts. Oh, my house goes to the flying. You can't. Yeah, Gary Price. I do like Gary Price. Gary Price is one of my favourite players to watch. He's just so consistent. This is the double 10. This is why I avoid going for double 10, because this is the dart I seem to do a lot of the double 10. When I go for it, I don't just miss it. I absolutely miss it by miles. Unless I stand in line with it. but I've still got a pull inside. That was. I have been going through the double 10 and the tops, trying to just improve a little bit, but it's not, the practice isn't coming to fruition just yet. You get 1, 2 going. That's just because it's in the nice little rhythm. Oh my God, I'm starving. Target is horrible. I know the prices have shot up. I wasn't 100% sure as to target darts were shooting up. I know Charlie Murphy's been on about it. I've been on about it for a little while, that the price of tungsten is just ridiculous. Get yourself down to all the finger car boots and just grab yourself a cheap set of tungsten darts. 10 years, they might be worth, they might be price. You can pick up a set of tungsten for £5. In 10 years, they might be worth 50 quid. You don't know. Just the price of tungsten. It just keeps going higher and higher. Why not? I told Steve to do it in the dart shop. When people buy new darts, take a little trade-in or something off the original darts. I'm sure you could get somebody to smelt them down and separate whatever's in the tungsten. But yeah, like the 95Ks has shot up in price. The Loot Littles have. I did actually see what the edges are at. Oh, I tried to do something weird then. I tried to drop it on top, but there wasn't really an angle, but I should have actually done that. The goal for the next couple of months, anyway, she wanted to know practice-wise, is I'm just going to try and group my darts a lot closer. And we want to be hitting that treble. I need to rotate my board. I didn't want to rotate my board last week. I've rotated it every week since I got it. It's holding up okay. When I do my 10-minute practice at the bullseye 3 times a day, I don't always go for the bullseye. So I might spend 3 or 4 minutes on the bullseye. Then I'll just step over a little bit. I'll go at the treble 11. Because it's still on the same plane, the same weight. And I can seem to group them a little bit closer. So I'll do a couple on double 11 and a couple on treble 11 and a couple on treble 6 as well. Because it's just getting my weight right of my arm, and we're locking in the tightness, the slimness. We can group it in nicely, and with rotating the board, the trebles are getting worn all the way through. Because yes, I think you have to keep going at the bullseye 3 times a day for half an hour. It's just gonna, the rest of the board will look fine. The bullseye will just be wrecked. He was using the javelins for 2 years before I upgraded, to be fair. I've tried the javelins. I couldn't get on with them. I didn't like them. And I know a lot of people like them, the javelins. My brother likes them. I can't get on with them. Don't know why. They're very similar shape to the Loot Littlers, like the barrel length and the feel of the dart. I just can't get on with it. As far as there isn't a stock market of tungsten at the point, it's like, yeah, it's like bullion. Tell you guys, get the car boots and eBay. You can pick up, you never know. You just never know. I've not done that because I'm not really a darts collector. Even though I do like a lot of darts. I used to like watching the UFC. I've gone off. I've not gone off the UFC. I just don't find it as entertaining as it was. So I've not watched UFC now for probably about 2 years. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. Is that big fish? Is still on the board. What would we call it? Not the big fish. It's a little salmon, was it? Can't remember. Little. If I still had to pick between watching darts and football, I would 100%. It would be football every day. even if it was the World Championship finals or a Premier League game, depending on what Premier League game it was, it probably would be football. Even though I do love watching darts. I did try resetting that subscriber thing, but it didn't work, so we'll get that worked out for next time. Little cod, that was it. Little cod, little cod. Get it in your head, man. I'll never remember that. Even if I said it 100 times today, I'll never remember it. Little cod. Prawns. Do you know what? I don't like prawns. I'd love to like prawns. I don't like them. I like snooker. I do. I like snooker. I do. Um, but again, some of the matches can drag on a little bit. I can watch snooker for about an hour and then I've got to flick over. Got to do some kind of like doom scrolling in the background or something to get my attention. Well, that's because I started playing snooker, not at a club or anything. I got like a snooker table when I was about 7. My dad built me a snooker table, not a full size one. It was about 5 foot by 2 foot or something. And I can remember always playing snooker in April when it was like absolutely thunder and lightning, pouring down with rain, and there was snooker on the TV. So yeah, I do like watching snooker. Whoa, that slipped. But that wasn't a slippy where it wasn't in control. It just went high. I'll tell you what I did watch a couple of years ago actually, and it was really good. It was field hockey. And it was just, honestly, if you've never watched field hockey, watch field hockey. It's just like football. I think it might be 9 or 10 players they've got. Could be 11. But they had like wingers running down the wings, centre midfielders passing it around, defenders. I really enjoyed it. I watched about 3 or 4 games of it. Oh, whoa. I said a couple of years ago, this is, wow. No, it wasn't. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. But yeah, I always like I don't really like ice hockey, but that field hockey was good. But watching them play field hockey with the sticks running around, I can remember playing field hockey at school, just making my back ache like mad at the bottom. Now I'm older, not a chance. Right, arm's getting a little bit tired now, guys. Not gonna lie. 2 hours, 20 minutes stream. Have you seen the kid who's like 2 plays in snooker? He's like the littlest snooker. I don't know. I did read something over there about a young player, and I don't know if it was snooker or another sport. So possibly, yeah, I could have done. I'm just trying to think what other sports there were where I seen a player. Wasn't darts, wasn't footy. I don't know. Right. Extend that on. Better. Just being a little bit lazy with the darts today. I'm not being lazy. I'm trying to get that rhythm, to that nice rhythm, but I've not got it today. So I've got to really concentrate and make sure I've got my follow through going then. Well, see, as a first dart merchant, you get one in, you think you can just follow the next 2 in, but you've still got to be on it. There we go. And when I'm right, so just for example, just for today, where I don't feel like I'm throwing, this is probably like a 6 out of 10. So I've not got that rhythm where I can just keep going for that treble 20, just really no effort. You know, where you can just be relaxed and just kind of like a Ryan Searle. I don't have that relaxed throw on me today. So I've got to put that little bit of effort in. And what I do with this is I imagine Do you know, like on, if you've ever watched golf and you've got the shot tracer following the golf ball, that's what I imagine, that line from my hand into the treble 20. I'll just try and follow that shot tracer. And I only do that when I'm actually throwing bad. When I'm throwing good and in my rhythm, you don't even think about how good or bad you're throwing. You're just in the zone and you don't really have any thoughts. It's a 180. So just imagine that line going from your hand to that treble 20. Same with the 19s. Ooh, that was a low one. Did take a deflection off the flight, but it wouldn't have made a difference how high I went up. I really can't wait to move house and get our dart set up properly. I don't know how to set up the darts room. I'm going to have a darts room. If I have to build one, we'll have one. But I don't know whether to have it how I would like it, where it would be just white brick walls, just a dartboard. Wouldn't have a TV in there. I'd probably just have a little bit of music in there just to go and practice. Just kind of like an old style gym setup where you can just go in there, don't have to worry about anything else, all the fancy stuff, just a dartboard, no heating in there. Like that's the place you go to practice and do your work. Or do you have it all nice and have like the acoustic panels up? Do you have darts in the background? Do you have nice pictures on the wall, TV? Nice carpet down, heated? I don't know which way to go. We could have it like a dungeon, where it's like hardcore gym style, or nice palace. I don't know. Will it be too distracting with all the nice amenities in the darts room? Could have a kettle in there, could have a coffee machine in there, microwave, sofa, TV, and never leave. Get a bed in there. Did they call me monster? No, I still got my monster. I've been live for 2 hours 25 minutes. I still got my monster. Oh, the fun drinks are nice. Ooh. To be honest though, I am getting a little bit tired, but my arm still feels okay. I have been practicing a little bit longer this week as well, especially on a Monday and Tuesday. I can't do an 8-hour practice session. I can't do that many. I could maybe do like an hour and a half, 4 times a day. Maybe even 5 if I really pushed it, but not just a straight 8 hours practice. I couldn't do it. I think Connor Scott does a decent amount of hours practice. I know they say you've got to put in the hours. If you want to get to that level, you've got to put in the hours, you've got to put in the work, but it's got to be decent though, hasn't it? You've got to have decent practice. Can't just be throwing for the sake of it. E. Oh, you're off to the gym. Nice. It's red hot here. I really do need to get back into the gym. I'm trying a couple of days here and there. I'm trying to get the motivation back to get to the gym. From Sunday I went to the gym from 15 to 2020 till 2020, which was COVID when they shut down. just not had the motivation to get. I just can't get the motivation back whatsoever. And I've had it a couple of times where I'm like, right, come on, let's go. I just can't get it. I'm trying as well. It's because I do like to go to the gym early in the morning. The gym I go to does open at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I can get there for 5, get back to 7. Mrs. goes to work. I get the kids ready for school and stuff. But 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when I usually start editing my videos or do some reading. And I need to get a habit. I've got my book over there, my Atomic Habits. It's a good book. I need to read that again and get that motivation to get to the gym again. Just a 140. Felt nice. Right, we're probably going to have another 5 minute, guys, and then we're going to call it a day. Right, come on. Come on. The 140. And next time, guys, if you're still watching, I will promise you I'll try and get this stream a little bit more cleaner in the ways we get them subs popping out again, because I don't know why it was working fine till I went live. So we'll get them subs popping out for Twitch, YouTube and Kick. We need to just tweak that chat a little bit for it to disappear, because it should have disappeared behind the scoreboard. It should have like dissolved. And we'll sort the scoreboard out as well. So we can actually use the scoreboard without you guys interfering, guys. Get off the scoreboard. Treble 19. Do you know, let's have a couple at the treble 19. That first dart's absolutely a horrible dart. I can't seem to get another dart over the top of it or like underneath it here. It's just like when I'm darts, it's just, well, how it landed, it's just a horrible position for me to get another dart in. I like to land in the bottom right. I like to land it just about there. If I can land it there, then I can usually get at least another one just on top of it. This is where we struggle a little bit here. Like where we're not throwing as fluid. Like on the treble 20, where you've got to power it through. Make sure you extend that on. The 19s is a little bit different because you're throwing down. You try and extend it, and it usually does shoot off even higher into the 19s. Like the power shot on the 19. I thought it would have got higher. I thought it was going to actually go up here. Could be a bit more delicate, aren't you, with that 19? I can still get one in there. Yeah, my screen's gone off. I'll tell you something, I think the stream quality's been pretty decent, hasn't it, as well? We're on 30 frames per second, if you know what that means and stuff. But the stream's, it's played nice. On OBS, it can be so glitchy. And like drop frames. 19, I'm pretty decent on as well, but we're not hitting them. Let's just stand a little bit more just to the right and see if we can change the angle. Oh, it's a horrible dart. I was going to move left, but I'm going to move more right. No. Tried to bounce it off the barrel. Can't believe them. These lights are on in the background as well. Thought that battery was well dead. Oh, you've got to do better than that, Dan. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish off here with one game of 301. I'm not going to put it on the score because unless you guys want to put it on the score for me. 301 in 9 darts. Can we do it? If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe. If I check out the 301 in 9 darts, I've got to earn it, haven't I? Okay. 301, come on. Oh, it's just 140 a ton. Oh, it's a 140. 301, take away 140, a 161. We've got 6 darts to check out a 161. Yeah, 161. Okay, 101, 81, 82, 83, 84 remaining. $84, 74, 64, 65, 66, 67, 161, 101. I don't think that's right. Is it? Wow, how have I miscounted? Dan. Right, just because my brain's a little bit fried at the minute. Can't even check out 301 in my head. 107. Am I on 107? I don't know. I can't remember what I'm on. What am I on, guys? Come on, please help me out in the chat. What did I get then? What did I get? Right, I was on 101, 91, 71, 70, 67. Is it 67 I'm on? I'm pretty sure it's 67. I'm going 17 for ball anyway. Oh, what is that? Got one shot at the bull. Oh my god, I nearly hit the 3. Right. What a disaster the last leg. Bullseye. 9 darts. Come on. Let's go. I hurt my hand. If I push myself and hurt my hand, does that mean it's soft or weak? Oh, we do make stuff hard work, don't we? What? Why money for a girl? We do have the cat here today, being crazy. We got me ass goes. What are you doing, girl? Here's the camera. Look at the camera. Oh, it's just sunbathing. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this long stream. I know it's been a long one. What are we going to go for? 2 hours and 35 minutes. It might make us £1 on YouTube. Monetization. It's not crazy. It's not like generational wealth, the YouTube money just yet. But I was having a practice anyway, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. Do you know what? I am practicing tonight. I don't know if I will be going live. Only because if I put darts in the background, I'm going to be a little bit distracted talking to you guys, playing darts and that. I can't multitask that much stuff. But yeah, I think we're going to call it a day there. And I appreciate guys coming and watching me for a couple of hours. There's plenty of other videos out there you could have been watching. That's a lot better than mine, but we're having fun. A few decent checkouts. Quite a few 180s. Maybe about 7 or 8 180s. Possibly, maybe more. I can't properly remember. The game's could have been a little bit better early on until people got in the chat. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping along. I appreciate it. And please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. It's very much appreciated. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. I've got a couple hours to kill now, so I'm going to do... I've got a video coming out soon. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. This is not for this channel, and it's not for any channel. But my missus got me the Toe of Satan. Now, as you didn't know, I did used to have another YouTube channel called Kinda Hot, Kinda Not, where I tried I tried a massive variety of hot sauces, like chili challenges, and we've got the Toe of Satan. I'm not doing this. I've had worse than this, but my stomach isn't prepped whatsoever for the hot stuff. I need to put in a good month prep work before I even attempt to do this. And plus, it's just pure capsaicin. It just burns your mouth. It is 9 million Scoville chili extract, so it's just painful. It's not even a nice pain. That's just a horrible stingy burn, chemical burn. So I don't know if we got maybe some weird 10,000 subs or something absolutely ridiculous that would never happen. I would only consider it. I wouldn't even do it. I'd just consider it. Yeah, but we've got... I don't know what to do for the rest of the day. Just wait for my sons to get back, chill with them for a bit, have fun, and wait for darts. Remember, 6 o'clock tonight, the PDC Premier League darts. Let's finish off with a bullseye, shall we? Finish with a bull. Just for you guys. Can we get another one? Can we get one more, please? We got 2 bullseyes just for you guys, just for all you guys that are still watching. 13 of you lovely people. And like I said, we are streaming on Twitch and Kick as well as YouTube. So if you're new on there, please give it a follow. We will be doing lives a lot more. Still going to be this kind of setup, but hopefully we'll try and clean the stream up as well. To get all these little widgets and alerts working. Appreciate you guys stopping along. Okay, have a good day, guys. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. I'm stalling now because I still want to play darts. I still want to play darts, so... I still want to play darts, but I'm hungry. This is one problem I really don't have. When I say to you guys, like, I do my 3 hours practice, we're going extra time, bonus material. When I say I don't get bored playing 3 times a day, I really don't. I find it enjoyable playing. I don't find it enjoyable playing 2, 3, 4 hours in a row. Then it's just a little bit too repetitive. But I like throwing darts at the dartboard, but some game modes I really can't get on with. Some I can, but some I can't. So find game modes you like, because that's going to help you as well in your practice. You gotta do stuff you like in the darts game mode. I like playing the 301. I like doing my Shanghai practice. You should don't let Shanghai practice in. So the Shanghai practice is, if you're a beginner at darts, the Shanghai practice is single 16, single 16, and then the double. Okay. Once you start doing that on the 16s, the 17s, the 18s, the 19s, and the 20s, once you've done that for a couple of weeks, months, years, you can go treble 16, single 16, the double 16. I can't even get it in one left hand. That's the Shanghai. Treble, single, double, in that order. Now, if you don't get the treble with the first dart, I always chuck 2 darts at the double 16, or the 17s, or the 18, whatever number we're on. And that gives us extra practice at them doubles. Now doing that, let me just get this advert off. Doing that multiple times a day, it's helped my doubling massively, especially on the 16s and the 18s, the 19s as well. Once at the minute, I'm getting the Shanghai quite easy. So what I like to do is go treble 16, double 16, double 16. I'll just show you. We're going to go for that. We'll just show you quick. We'll give you an example. So the Shanghai on the trebles, on the 16s would be, first dart is always at the treble. We just missed it, but the next 2 darts are going to be at the double. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I wasn't really set actually on that dart then. I just chucked it. We'll try again. And I usually like to do this, we get 5 lives. The lives only get activated when we hit the treble with the first start. So we got 5 lives. Life is activated. Oh, we missed it. Okay, now we're on 4 lives. Remember, the lives only get activated when you're on the 16, when you hit the treble. Treble 16. Not activated, so we're still on 4 lives. I don't know why I'm rushing my door. It's trying to show you guys. You're not going anywhere. We're not in a rush, are we? So, treble 16. Not activated. Anyway, like I say, you do that. Once you lost all 5 lives, I used to punish myself. So you might do this Shanghai practice. You might do it in the first start. You might go treble 16, double 16, double 16, or you might just do the Shanghai. Once you complete the Shanghai, you move on to the 17s, the 18s, the 19s, and the 20s. Now, what I would do is I lost all my lives, 5 lives, I lost all 5 lives. I would go and sit down for 5-10 minutes, and that would be my punishment because it's putting more stuff on me. Even though I want to play more darts, it used to be 5 minutes. So I'd make myself a brew, give myself 5 minutes just to chill out, and then we'd go again on the 16s. That was my punishment for missing the Shanghai. But why I like this is for the 16s, we're going for the segment. So it's just one segment of 16s. It's just, I just like it. 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, and 20s, like I said, we're going around the board a little bit. I know there's other numbers like the 14s and 12s. You could possibly do that. You could even do it with your favourite doubles. So you could probably go treble 16. You could do Shanghai on the 16s, the 8s, the 10s, the 20s, and then you could even do it on like possibly the 12. So it's entirely up to you which way you do it. But I just like the 16s because that's what I use. I like the 18s because that's what I use, and I like the 20s for the Shanghai. But every now and then you're going to need the 19s and the 17s, and I wasn't particularly strong on them, so that's why I did them ones in my practice routine. Now I probably should actually change the 19 and the 17 now to the 14 and 12 because I'm not so strong on them ones. The 12 is the double 12 for me is a really hard number to hit. I really like the double 11 and I really like the double 9. Not the double 12, sorry. The double 14 is it's a really weird number for me to hit. I can't give you a reason why, because like I was saying, I like the double 9. I like the double 9. I can just go a little bit higher, a little bit lower. Let me just show you. Let's go 3 for double 11. I'll go 3 double 11. 3 double 12, and then we'll make our way down. Just to show you on the 14, I'll probably get 3. So double 11 is just straight. Okay, not as accurate, but do a straight. I'm not messing around with it. Let's go for double 9. So the double 9 is just a nice little easy drop it in. That third dart, sorry, felt pretty nice. Let's try the 14s. Watch me hit 3 from 3. Absolute nonsense, honor, guys. Absolute nonsense. Honestly, but you are just going to have numbers on the board where it does feel a little bit alien when you throw at it. The double 10 for me just feels really uncomfortable, but the double 14 as well. Absolute nonsense, honor, guys, sometimes. Don't really like the double 7. Double 7 can be a bit tricky sometimes. Whoa. Double 7 is one of the numbers I've left it a couple of times in matches. Do you know, like on a nice 15, 16 dot leg, with myself 14, and it's just one of them where I miss it again, I miss it, and honestly, it can be like 15 darts at double 7, and nowhere near it. Oh. Just try to do a nice little rhythm for her. Okay, right, last 3 darts. I promise you, last 3 darts. We're going to go for bullseye again. We like the bullseye. It likes us back. Come on. Oh, how about that for a finish? The 150. I think it's in the 150. It's in the 150. Dink, dank, do. Can't throw any more. I can't throw any more. We're going to end it on that. Okay, guys, I hope you liked the live stream. And if you did, please, why is that on there? Oh, sorry. CDD. I don't know why your message didn't show up. It's just showing up now on my screen. You go late nights most times, 2, 3 a.m. Just peaceful in your own world. Nice. It is peaceful. Right, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like the stream. Some good darts in there. Some. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and go and watch one of my other videos. You might just like them. Some are fun, some are a bit naff, but yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all. Do you know what? When should we do that live next? Let's see. I was thinking about going live tonight, but probably going to be too much distraction. So let's say Monday. We'll book you in on Monday. Monday morning, shall we do another live? 9:30 till. I am actually playing in the vault Monday night, so it wouldn't be so bad actually playing a live in the morning, maybe like 9:30 till 10:30. So we'll do that then Monday morning. Okay, guys, we'll stream Monday morning, 9:30 till 10:30.